My name is Innocente. I'm a women's wear designer. I'm based in Brighton, and I am a graduate from London College of Fashion. And I now have a studio in Brighton, Portslade. And please visit me and come and have a look. Yeah.
So once you got out of university, even though you've done your internship, when you wanted to start your own business and start selling your clothes, how difficult was it for you to advertise?
It's still difficult. Advertising compared to 10 years ago is really easy now. Today you have Twitter, you have Instagram, you have Facebook. You have all these little things and they're all free. You just need to know how to advertise, write what you need to write, how to interact with the audience that is behind that screen that you don't see, and how to market yourself. When I was at uni, I wasn't really bothered about those. But when I graduate, no, not even. In my third year, I had one lecture, and then the lady who was at the lecture, she said to us, make social media your best friend. But when I started my business, social media was especially Instagram, because it's pictures, people can visualize your work, and it did really, that's where I had my first break, on Instagram. You just have to rely on social media, which is working perfectly fine for me at the moment. Now today is easy, but before it wasn't. I don't think it was easy. I think the internet has just made things easy, but it's just keep on advertising yourself and hoping for that one day the right person will see and contact you.
When I saw your ad from Anti-Florence, you said that you also make people evening gowns, and blazers and stuff like that. How often do you design pieces for people?
Quite often, probably in a month I can have 2 or 3 people who want custom made things, and that's just another way of me try to not just have people buying what I already designed, which is on my website, but also give them the opportunity to be experimental, come up with their own ideas, and I can help them make those ideas come to reality into 3D pieces.
So you also said that your current advertising services are very expensive. Would it have been more useful for you to have had a commission-based service? So every time your advertising company did get you a job, then you had to pay them. Would that have been more comfortable for you?
Yeah, that's how it should work, really. But the one I'm using I have to pay them monthly, which is really you're oh my god. And sometimes they don't get you as much. You're going to pay them at the end of the month, but in that month you probably got 1 or 2.
Our business would work on a commission base, so for every order that comes through Senior Things, our designer would have to pay us 7%. And do you think that that's the type of service that you would want to be part of? Yeah,
I'm using it at the moment, but it's a very good thing for you. Emerging designer like myself to have 7% or 10% or 20% taken away is really not that bad, so yeah, it's definitely a good thing.
We saw your videos and your interviews from Africa London Fashion Week. How useful do you feel those fashion shows are for up and coming designers?
To be honest, they're good, but at the same time, it's a business. Those designers that you see in fashion shows, it doesn't matter which fashion show, they all have to pay to be there. So I have to pay a contribution to be there. But you get audience that people will see your clothes and then they'll go back, visit your website, they're like, and then you get interviewed. Not everyone was interviewed, so I was very lucky, fortunate to be interviewed by Fashion TV. And I had a lot of people coming back, emailing me, oh, I watch you on Fashion TV, like, how can I get hold of your clothes and stuff. So it did bring some kind of like interest, like people getting interested and like wanting to know about my brand. But it's not something that I'll take part every year, because it's expensive again. It's money, because they are a business, but they're doing something good, because they help young designers and like emerging designers to kind of reach a wider audience.
So you've mentioned that cost has been a big factor in your advertising and fashion shows. And do you feel it's the cost of advertising that's hindering young designers and tailors in the UK at the moment?
No, it's not just, it's a combination of everything. For instance, myself, it's a combination of having a space like this, or you have a lot of young designers who are stuck in their bedroom. They have this little corner with a sewing machine and they just work there because they can't afford to have a premises like myself. But I didn't just jump. I worked in my house for 2 years, almost a year and a half, before I could afford to come to have this space. So it's a combination of all that, and also manufacturing. When you do a collection, when you do a line, at the moment everything that you see on my website and you see people wearing is all designed and made by myself. I don't outsource, I don't use any factory, and the only reason I don't do that is because I don't have the money. It's really, the money is not just through advertising, it's also production, it's also fabric costs. Everything is getting expensive now because of the political situation we are in. I've found out that some of the fabric that I used to get for a certain price have gone up because some retailers buy the fabric abroad and the pound has dropped, so now they have to put their prices up to be able to make any profit, and that's affecting me. The only way that young designer myself can get out of this situation is to get sponsors or investors. You need to have someone who really believes in you.
How often do people come to you and say they want like unique pieces just for themselves that they don't want you to like remake? So maybe an evening gown for their 20th or the 21st birthday, or bridesmaids dresses, or a wedding dress.
Often enough. But most of the time people come, they don't really know what they want actually. They have an idea, but because I'm a designer, they want to have my input into it. And by me putting my input into it, it's like I need to have my signature into it. People, they come with an idea, but they're open for me to put my input as well. And I try to make whatever they're asking as unique as possible. But you still have to see that side of innocent messy into it. Once I make something for a customer, custom-made outfit, I don't ever make it for someone else. That's it. That's for them. I will never reproduce it again unless they ask me to.
At the moment, in today's day and age, how important do you think is it for people to feel unique and feel that their clothes are special and reflect their own personality?
I think it's really important as a designer to have that uniqueness and to have that, to bring your personality into what you're designing or what you're making, because that's what makes you stand out. There's so many designers in the world and there's so many talented people that if you're just going to blend in, then you're just going to disappear. No one will ever get to know or appreciate your work. So I think it's really important to have that distinguished style. What was the question again?
How important do you think is it for people to feel that their clothes are unique and reflect their
Yeah, it's
personality?
really important. Now, I'll take an example of myself. If you see this coat on the street, then once you see this detail, you know, okay, that's Innocent Messi. You need to have that signature, that little thing. It doesn't have to be the design itself. It has to be that little detail or that way of doing something a bit different that stand out. But you need to have that little signature thing for yourself, and that will make you unique and make you stand out.